talking.
Welcome, 726 in that one. I'm sorry.
I'm just visiting away up here. I mean,
Well, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you
because I was
you know,
visiting with you.
That's right.
Well, you're welcoming everybody back and all that sort of stuff.
I have to do this, and then I'm trying to multitask.
Oh, okay. Well, we were talking about that.
Yes, we were talking about an event that I kind of spearheaded a few months ago.
Well, you sent out an email or a Facebook thing or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Local Licks of the Lyric, and of course, Lyric theaters are located on the square in Harrison, Arkansas, and the venue sits empty sometimes. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty well known for doing plays and
it's a very pretty venue. It's a very attractive place.
It is. It's
nice.
A historic. It's been restored, and of course, I'm on the OAC board.
You're the president.
Yes, well.
Yeah,
okay. So we talk about ideas of how to get people in there, and I thought, well, what about local bands? I mean, they're always wanting to play, and so I put the word out, and everyone was really excited. Now, the top group has been there before.
The Ground Rattlers.
The Ground Rattlers, and they're going to be opening the show for Spin Red. Now, Spin Red is a Springfield group, and they have roots here.
What kind of music do they play?
They play rock, but it's they have a saxophone featured in the group, and they write their own music. If you want to go to spinrad.com and listen to some of the music before you decide to come, you're welcome to. It's very enjoyable, pleasant music.
Okay, and is this coming Saturday?
This coming Saturday the 17th.
The admission is only $5.
$5, and that's from 7 to 10, and we will open the doors at 6. And actually, you can get them here in Mountain Home at Square One.
Oh,
music.
Okay.
Tickets are available there.
Well,
$5.
Cool. Yeah, like I said, I saw that. I saw that mentioned this Saturday. We've got the marathon here in town, so I'll be carrying on at the finish line.
That's during the day, but if you want to have a night thing to do, you can.
Well, I don't have anything going on Saturday night.
Well, I know it's a drive, but
speaking of the music, though, you know those pictures of yours. I so intended to email those to Gil so we could
pictures of.
Your rock and roll pictures.
Back when I was in...
Yeah, the ones you posted on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I wanted so badly to email those to Gil so we could maybe flash them really quickly up on the screen and say this was Dan. I couldn't believe how much you look like Gil.
Well, he is part of.
Well, I know, but I mean, I just now looking at him now, he doesn't appear to resemble you. But when you were young, Gil's just you made over.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. But I got such a huge kick out of that.
He's such a handsome guy.
I saved them in my phone, by the way, so I have.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I saved them.
Show.
Yes, that's right. I was not going to let that one go by.
I was quite the rock and roll stud back in those days, which is long past.
Your rock and roll stud days are gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
Way gone.
Anyway, I got a huge kick out of those pictures. Thank you. But no, I saved them in my phone.
More
you have more? Okay, good. Because I would like to blow up the big glossy, and I can put it like on the back of my closet door, kind of thing, like we did.
Those were fun days.
Yeah, those were fun days. Yeah.
Back in the you didn't live in the 70s.
I did too live in the 70s. I graduated high school in 1981. So
okay, well,
don't you remember? I just had a birthday. You don't even mention my birthday.
No,
my big 5-0.
That was last week, and I tried to. I was hoping you were going to be here, but you sent me a little message said you were going to be here. I was going to take you out to dinner that evening, Wednesday night.
We can still do it tonight, for heaven's sake. Oh, it's just too late. I got to wait till next year.
No,
I get it now.
I'm predisposed to another event that I have to be to.
Excuses.
No, that's not an excuse. I have to. I've got to be somewhere. I've got to practice.
Good for you. That's right, the big play. Well, I had a wonderful I had several different celebrations. And I got some, even though I had a party at Suzanne's, I said no gifts. They didn't do that.
I saw the surprise pictures. I think I saw some of those.
Oh, that was at Marion's birthday party.
Oh, okay.
When Henry surprised Marion out there at El Chico's, and we were all there, and she was, as you could tell, with the big thing. But no, we had a good time, and I had some interesting. But I did get a friend of mine painted me a picture. Painted,
really?
Yes, painted it themselves, and I had no idea there was artistic talent. It's a picture of the two of us.
Well, I wish I would get to see that sometime.
Well, you come by the house, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Because it's proudly hung on the wall, and I tickled out. I said, "Oh my goodness, that's us."
So it's not stick figures.
Oh no. Well, actually, it's not really picture, but just to say it's a picture of us.
Okay.
It's fun. I was really tickled.
Well, good.
I was really
good
tickled about that. That was, and I got Herbie the Love Duck. That's a story I can't tell on TV, but
okay.
I got a little rubber duck. Yeah. I named it Herbie the Love Duck.
Okay.
You come by the house, I'll show you Herbie the Love Duck too.
I'll come by sometime.
But no, it was. I got lots of Facebook, things from friends and stuff. And Carla Joe, which by the time this airs, today is Carla Joe's 48th birthday.
Okay.
Carla Jo Edmonds and Grace. So everybody in Harrison knows Carla Jo.
Pushing the big 5-0.
But she's only 48. But today's her birthday,
Yeah.
so I've got to get on Facebook and send her one. And
Well,
but we're having a big time, and one more week of school, and
Big holidays coming up.
What you doing for Halloween? Not Halloween, but Thanksgiving.
I usually stay here.
Seasonality has just set in.
My wife's family, it's a big get together, and we always get together, and we have cousins and nephews, and it's 30, 40 people.
Yeah, well,
it's
that's
just
nice.
And the kids are old. The younger kids are getting old enough where we watch them play.
Yeah.
As opposed to we used to play when we were first getting married and stuff.
Well,
so
you kind of have the stages. I remember one year, it's been a few years back now, it was like a family picnic at Labor Day or something. And at some point, Kathy and I noticed that we were in the kitchen cleaning up and kind of doing the work, and Mom and Aunt Betty and Aunt Lane were sitting in chairs out back talking. And then the younger kids were, the teenagers were doing whatever they do. And if there were younger kids around, probably weren't they were playing. I thought, when did it shift? Didn't we used to be the ones hanging out in the backyard playing badminton or going around? And the old people were in the kitchen cleaning. Well, now the old people are us, and we're in the kitchen. So
and the older people are not doing anything.
They've done, as Mother said, she's done her time, and they're sitting down in chairs somewhere. But I'm going to my little sister's, as I told you, for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I have a new nephew, Sean William. He was born on the 2nd. And so I'm going to go down and play Aunt Sandy all week because Ash she's not coming home. She'll be in Denver and Alaska. So I thought I would take the opportunity to go down and visit. And I'm just going to spoil my 2 nephews absolutely rotten next week. That is the plan. And I'm also going to fix Thanksgiving dinner for my sister and her husband.
Well, you're a good cook. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I like to cook. And Laura but she doesn't really care that much for it. So I'm going to fix Thanksgiving dinner.
They just like to eat?
Yeah, Donnell, my brother-in-law, likes to eat. No, we're having the whole thing, turkey and dressing and mashed potatoes and sweet potato casserole and broccoli rice casserole, and we'll have pumpkin pie, and I'm going to make a, pecan pie, and then make a pumpkin cheesecake. I'm going to spread it, and then, cranberry sauce and homemade hot rolls and all that kind of stuff. We'll have the whole works.
Making me hungry.
Yeah, well, we'll have the whole works. So it's all good, all good.
That's a great time of the year to be together.
It is.
We got a lot to be thankful for. People complain about things, and the older I get, the more I realize that just having a simple life is probably the best gift anybody could ever have.
Well, it's not life without stress, I think, maybe.
And good health issues, too.
So. Have you ever thought about the fact that we should be thankful that we even have anything to complain about, for that matter? I mean, you think about it's like, look, people, my granddad used to say something years ago. Anytime somebody'd say, "Oh, I can't do that. I've got to go to work," he'd say, "No, you don't. You get to go to work.
You got the privilege to go to work."
Yes, that's what he used to say. He'd say, "You don't got to go. You get to go to work, and you should be thankful that you have a job. If you have ones you don't like, well, make some changes to get one that you do. Be grateful for your family. My children, my parents, my friends." I've got a huge family that loves lots of friends, lots of friends. And beautiful children. I have the most wonderful. I've really lucked out. I've got good kids. So
good.
I get a little verklempt here even talking about it. But I have Sweetie, the beast. Mary Ann is here today. Speaking of a segue here.
Talking about the beast, Mary Ann's here.
Mary Ann, the beast. Mary Ann has brought us a couple of puppies today. A few weeks ago, Mary Ann was on with puppies, and the puppies are a dachshund mix. And everybody knows that Sweetie, the beast, is a dachshund, because I talk about Sweetie all the time. And so Mary Ann has brought these dachshund mixes in. So you have to stay tuned. Last time we had the puppies, they played around on the floor, and we had a big time with puppies. And so Mary Ann is back with some little dachshunds. And, of course, bringing a new baby home to your family is a great Christmas gift, because it's Christmas shopping time. In fact, we have a little girl in the audience that wants to take one home today anyway. So Mary Ann may get rid of one of her little dachshund mixes before we go home. So that's all good. So now that I've introduced Mary Ann, you want to just go up or down the list somewhere?
Right. We're going to have Julie Levitt. She's not been here for quite a while. Now, Drew's been here in her place. Now, she's the park interpreter out there at the Bull Shoals White River State Park.
Yes.
I got that right. And she's going to be talking about a couple things. Master naturalists, they're seeking new members. And also they've got what would you call that? Tour boat? A tour boat.
A tour boat.
Yeah, this is something new that's going to be on the lake out there. And it'll hold 30, but they're booking 20, groups of 20. And they're doing this the season's over with, but they're going to be doing this. If you have a group and you want to schedule a time, they'll be willing to do it. I don't want to give it all away, but I was really fascinated.
Like, I don't need to come on now,
But I may do that. I'll tell you, I'm not going to tell you what the
Christmas
price is.
party, Dan.
We could do that. We could even have it catered and the whole thing.
We'll get all bundled up.
But it's almost a. Like it's not a 3-hour tour, but it's an hour and a half or 2-hour tour.
Well, good. You just
get to see some of the fish spawning and stuff. She tells us all about that kind of stuff. So.
You have just triggered something, Dan.
We're
in U.S. history today. We were talking about. I mentioned we're talking the 1970s. Woo, so we're having a big time. And so we're talking about some of the cultural events of the 1970s, and I mentioned The Godfather, and then of course Jaws was a big movie. And I said there are certain movies that we all need to watch and certain television programs. I talked about All in the Family. And I said because there are phrases that come from these that become part of the American vernacular.
Yeah.
And we mentioned Star Trek in the late 60s, and I know what you mean when you say beam me up. Scotty, it means get me out of here, whatever. I think you're going to need a bigger boat, means we've got problems.
Right.
So we were going through that, and I said you need to pay attention to those things so that when people use those in conversation, you can clue in on those. And so when you laughed about your 3-hour tour, we all know what that means.
Gilligan's Island.
Exactly. You've been putting some real fun stuff on Facebook too, by the way. When you put that Grace Kelly stuff up and some of that stuff, so I'm getting a kick out of those things.
I love that period of television and film. I just love the women look so beautiful back then.
Well, Grace Kelly, in my opinion, is no offense, ladies, but I think she's the most beautiful woman God ever created. And I have a Grace Kelly doll. One of my all-time favorite movies is Rear Window. And one time I got this surprise gift, and I thought, what in the world? I've got a box on my porch. And I opened this box, and there was a Grace Kelly doll.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have a and she's from Rear Window, and she's got that famous outfit.
How tall is she?
Very funny. No, she doesn't blow up either. No. Excited. She's about like a Barbie doll.
About 8-9 inches.
Yeah,
10 12
about
inches.
12 inches. About like a Barbie doll.
And
she's got that famous outfit on that she had when she came in. When Jimmy Stewart looks up and just goes, the jaw drops. Yeah. It's she's got the big full white skirt with the little stuff on it, and everything. The Grace Kelly. Doesn't get better than that. But I have a Grace Kelly doll.
Anyway,
so
we've got more guests on. That's all right. We got plenty of guests on the show. We have Michelle Payton, and also Candace is going to be here. Now, I didn't know what the Homes tour was called.
It's just the Parade of Homes.
Is it
right,
Parade?
Canada? Is it just
Holiday of Homes?
Yeah, Holiday of Homes.
I wasn't sure. That's why I put the question.
The Cameo Club's been doing it for like 110 years, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Long time.
And then Christy Kern is supposed to be here.
Yeah.
She hadn't came in yet, but she's supposed to be talking about the Arkansas Symphony Orchestra. I think they were here last year, weren't they? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they were returning.
I think that it's a holiday tradition that they've kind of started out there at the shed. Mm-hmm.
And then we have, of course, Mary Ann the Beast.
Yeah, Mary Ann the Beast.
Pet of the week.
Got Tiny Tim and Hildy. Tiny Tim and I know a Hildy. She needs to adopt that dog then. Yeah, I was flipping pancakes at the Paul Bunyan pancake breakfast last Saturday morning, and I'll have to wait. I'll tell the kitty cat story.
We really need to get on.
I know. I'm going to do the kitty cat story when Mary Ann's on.
We'll be taking a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with Julie Lovett about that tour boat, and also the Master Naturalist seeking new members. Stay with us.